okay, we are collecting information on the different chemicals and whatever it is at the hospital. Our dissolved oxygen group was Brooklyn and Ali and Rocco, and we had our pH from you guys, nitrates and phosphates. So the way that this works is pretty much one, Brooklyn, can you tell us what dissolved, or not Brooklyn, Ali, someone in that group, does anyone know what dissolved oxygen indicates? Did you guys get a chance to look at that? Okay, so dissolved oxygen, and I'm telling you guys this because you'll need to put this in your CRAs. Dissolved oxygen is how you talk about how much oxygen is present in the water. Why is that relevant? What does everything need to survive? Oxygen. Literally, any cells that are not doing photosynthesis need what? So bacteria, guys, look up from your phones. Bacteria and animals and fish, they all need oxygen. So the higher your dissolved oxygen, or the more saturated it is, sometimes that indicates that maybe there's a lot of decaying material and stuff is eating that. Maybe it indicates that there's a lot of growth there. Maybe there's a lot of photosynthesis and lots of plants and algae. So Brooklyn and Ali and Rocco are collecting the dissolved oxygen levels, and the Indiana average is 9.6 milligrams per liter. If they calculate a value that's higher than that or lower than that, then it says that something about our water sample was not normal. Does that make sense? All right, so they're using this chart to collect that information. Now for our pH group. What pH did you guys calculate? So the average of their pH was 9, which is high or low for water? The normal for water is 7. Your blood pH is 7 point maybe 4. So if we have a 9, that means it's basic. Soaps are basic. Like if the pH is 9, that usually means that it's a little bit high. That might be because we had a water sample in a water bottle that's out overnight. So maybe there's bacteria that like were releasing or doing whatever they needed to do, and it changed the water temperature. But a higher pH indicates that bacteria, plants, algae, carp, snails, clams, all of that can live there. All right, and they are also calculating our Q value. Phosphate group, can you tell us what you find out? Oh yeah, did you guys find out anything? No, you're good.
So we found that there's not really a Q value for phosphate. So the way we understand it, so we got 0.1 as our average.
Yeah.
And the way we understand it is anything over 0.03 increases plant growth and algae growth, which
Right. So anything that's above like a 0.3, and it looks like the total phosphate in Indiana average is about 0.05. So if we are above that, I think that indicates that we have a lot of potential growth that could happen there. Alrighty. And then finally, who do we have left? Nitrogen. What did you guys calculate for your nitrogen values? Nitrate values. What was your amount that you got? What was your nitrate value? Not the Q value, just nitrate value. Was it 0.1? 1.1 or 2? 2.2? All right, so you got a 2.2 value. The average in Indiana is 12.32. 1.5 is a dividing line between a mesotrophic and eutrophic stream. Eutrophic, the nitrate value, you might have to multiply that by 4.4. We'll have to take a look at it, but potentially that means that our nitrates are also a little bit far from the average of Indiana. Okay? So what you guys are going to need to do, I want in your groups, let's do this in the groups that we're working in. In the groups that you guys are working in, create a Google Doc with the data that you have. Bring your information together. And I want you guys to, in one paragraph, summarize for me, what does your data value that you collected indicate about the health of your stream specific to the data that you looked at? So specific to the chemical test you looked